Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Greg K6EGG live stream. Give me just a few minutes and I'll be on the air. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Greg K6EGG live stream. Give me just a few minutes and I'll be on the air. Hello. Sorry I'm a little bit late. I was going to come on a little bit earlier. I had to take care of some personal stuff, but good to see you folks in there. Colin, Seth via the iPad, Michael, Joe. I appreciate you folks getting in there, as well as Sam here on Sonobus. Hope all is well. A couple quick notes before I start do the monologue here. It's something I mentioned with Sam here before I got on. I watched a documentary on a radio station in New York City, Z100, which, what's up, John? You got no gas? Ain't got no gas in it. A documentary on a radio station in New York called Z100. I think it's 100.3 or 100.5. I can't remember. WHTZ. And the reason why I bring this up is, personally, FM radio and AM radio, for that matter, that became a part of my existence, because that's how it got, actually, to me, it got me in radio. Not just the, I don't know, the RF side of it, but everything about it, the production side of it, the audio portion of it. That's why I kind of mimic the radio atmosphere here. How much of that, I don't know if you guys were into that. Some of you folks are a little bit older than I am, maybe a little bit younger than I am. Radio in the 80s and 90s for me was huge because there wasn't the internet, there wasn't all kinds of other stuff. So when a new song came out, I mean, it came out and then it went over to MTV. And I didn't have cable till I was 12, I want to say, 13 maybe. We just had over the air. My parents couldn't afford it. So how influential, is that a word? I'm not very good at articulating my words sometimes. Was it to you like FM, AM radio? That would be for you, Sam. Bueller. Sam, you leave me hanging there.
Yo.
You there? Was FM radio influenced at all to you with ham radio in any way, or amateur radio, or dilly-dallying with radio stuff or audio stuff or whatever? Because you're doing both now. Kinda?
Yeah.
Radio is in my blood. My grandparents own an FM radio station in southern Indiana. Did they have Steak and Shake down there? I always think about Indiana. I think about Steak and Shake. Seth, I would love to hear stories about this. This is why I was the guy that called in the radio station like once a day, trying to talk to the DJs and get a tour of the station and stuff. So I've
done that.
See, that's what I mean. That's exactly what I mean.
You want to make a comment?
We got a New Yorker in there. Was Z100?
Boy.
So, if you want to say your age, I forget. I know you're younger than me, obviously.
Well, I'm 40. Be 41 in a couple months.
So you had the tail end of the '90s where,
yeah, of course. I remember Z100s. What my sister listened to, WHTZ. They're still on the air, by the way. I think I texted you that a friend of mine won a cruise from them recently. She was the 100th caller for something and got a free cruise out of them. So she's going to Europe. I was a WXRK listener. I'm sure you know that station.
Is that K-Rock?
Yep.
Okay.
With,
I know a little bit. I know a little bit of New York radio.
Second, with this sound effect being very popular.
Baba Booey.
A very famous syndicated voice came out of that morning show out of that station.
Yeah, WXRK, and then now it's a FM simulcast of 1010 wins.
That's kind of sad.
Yep.
I know for me personally, I wasn't a big. I knew about Z100 because Scott Shannon came out after he started Z100 in the early '80s. In the late 80s, he started something called Pirate Radio here in the Los Angeles area. That really stimulated me about radio. So I kind of followed him after that. And I actually, after I started working in the TV broadcast business, I was touring, now not in the same place, MSNBC, which is in Secaucus, New Jersey, across the street.
Not anymore.
They're in Eagle.
No, they're in 30 Rock. They're in 30 Rock.
Well, the studio's there, but most of the stuff is in Eaglewood, something or other.
It's in Englewood you're thinking of?
The master
Englewood,
control.
New Jersey?
Master controls are.
Englewood, New Jersey?
Yes. So anyways, after that, I guess there's like the management group or whatever with that ran part of MSNBC at the time. I guess they bought out the station. I don't know how it worked out, but we ended up
America's Talking or something.
I don't know I can't remember the connection. Do you want to go to a group of local radio stations too? They just moved them all into this building with the original hub of Z100. I'm like, yeah, I heard about that. That's the Scott Shannon guy. So I'm like, okay. So literally you can almost see downtown Manhattan through the windows there of the main studio. I got to go in and meet some folks in there. It was really cool. I obviously at that point you didn't have the internet. I couldn't listen to it, but I met a lot of folks in there. I met the general manager in there, and we chatted. I told him, I was a huge radio guy in LA, and we talked for, 15, 20 minutes. He was really cool. But it was really cool to see, coming from LA, being in the New York scene of things, and checking out all that stuff. I also that same week, because I stayed over from a show. We went to the World Trade Center and saw the TV transmitters. I think it's on the South Tower.
It was I think it was one. Yeah, was it One World Trade or something? Or
I think it was the South Tower that had the transmitter. But I was up there. It was like 99-ish, 2000. It was like a year and a half before.
I was gonna say I wish I would have known you were gonna talk about this before, because
well, if you were in Sonobus before, would me and Sam were talking about it.
Well, before today, because one of the buddies I know, his dad became the replacement I think engineer for WNBC after 9/11.
Yeah, they scrambled. They had a transmitter, and I want to say like middle New York. No, it wasn't. For the first couple of weeks, it was like in New York somewhere, like out of the city.
Empires. Well, when that first happened, I think the only thing that was still on the air was CBS, because they had a backup in Empire. I read a story somewhere. I may have to start going through the archives that KNBC sent an antenna to WNBC because it was the same channel, same frequency.
It was
as a backup. KNBC sent an antenna to WNBC, so LA to New York.
I don't. They sent the transmitter.
They sent an antenna.
Oh, I got you.
Because it was this, it's channel 4 there, channel 4 here. So obviously we've been tuned to the same frequency. So I heard they trucked one over or something. Yeah,
there was I know during emergencies like that, companies, I believe all the companies helped each other from what I heard.
Yeah.
I know we had wildfires where it took out like entire transmitter sites for other radio stations, and like competing radio stations would come in and help each other out with gear just to keep them on the air, and because they get fined if they don't transmit.
Like if you're thinking of someone else also, I think VH1 was preempted with like WABC coverage and all that stuff. They, Viacom did some weird, magic to make stuff happen.
And I think Scott Shannon came from Tampa. Well, that's before he went to New York, but I think that might have been before that.
How'd you go down this rabbit hole, Greg? Do I want to know?
I was watching YouTube this morning, and I saw. I like watching the air checks.
Yeah, or the people being stupid on planes.
No. Air checks meaning the DJs on the air.
Oh, okay.
They just show their voice. They just have their voice and stuff. Anyways, they did Scott Shannon, and they showed pirate radio and stuff, which was the Z100 of New York, which he tried to do exactly the same thing with the fake. I don't know, was it not fake, but the try to get attention on the station, but it didn't work out so well. I think the station only lasted like 2 years. And then I saw an ad for, it was only like 50 cents or something to watch the documentary on Z100. So it's pretty interesting. It was nice to see the business side of things. And
I'm gonna have to watch that, considering that's my neck of the woods.
Yeah, I mean, it was
iHeart, now under iHeart. I think it owns it.
I haven't, dude.
I think it's iHeart Media.
Everybody keeps buying. Everybody, Cumulus. Look, I bought. Yeah. So it was pretty cool. That got me into radio originally because my dad, he had a CB, but he wasn't really into it. And I had a transistor radio that my dad gave me, and it was only AM. And I would listen to the Dodger games at night, listen to Vin Scully. And it's kind of cool that I got to work with him. I think I mentioned that before. I would also, as soon as the sun would go down, Las Vegas would come in, KLUC from was it Utah? I can't remember the call sign, but anyway, there was a Utah station, a Kansas City, Missouri station, or I think it was St. Louis. I can't remember. Would come in at night. It's strong, and like an hour before sunrise, gone.
You lose. Yeah. Well, the same thing happens. Still happens. So as you're aware, I listen to sports radio for Met games or
WFAN.
No, actually, the Mets have not been on WFAN in about 10 years. They're now on WCBS. So it's the same sister channel, but WFAN was now Yankees, but they were Mets. And when you're right, at night you could hear that, or when the skip was good, you'd hear that South Florida. So there's been stories where people get out of a Met game, let's say Mets versus Marlins in Miami, and they can hear WFAN, right on 660.
And is WCBS, is that FM too?
There is I think it's both now. It's they simulcast, and the only time they break away that I know of is when it's in September when the Mets and when the Giants and the Yankees are playing. They'll put the Yankees on like FM and the Giants on AM. Otherwise, it's the same programming. But I think somehow it's legally a separate thing.
Yeah, they're different IDs and stuff.
Yeah.
The other thing, wasn't the Yankees originally on WCBS?
Yeah. Yep. So after 2014, the Yankees went to WFAN. The Mets were on. So the Mets got, were unlucky. They went to WOR for a bunch of years, and then I guess they repaired the relationship, and then the Mets went to WCBS. So the WCBS and WFAN are it's all I don't know, CBS, Viacom, whatever. It's the same company that owns both of them. So it's the owner of that might be Audacity. It might be called for both of them now. It was Entercom, but it's Audacity that owns all those stations.
That's I love that stuff. That's cool stuff. I was talking to my buddy. He works for the Giants radio. He's a producer for the Giants radio.
Wait. Baseball Giants or football Giants?
Baseball Giants, sorry.
Okay.
West Coast. Sorry.
Well, they were the East Coast Giants,
They were at one point, yes. And he was a big radio guy. Like he wanted to be on the air, and he followed radio like I did, but in San Francisco terms. And we were both discussing how cool it was that, he's working for the station or working for something that airs on the station that he was like a huge fan of. So it's pretty cool. Stuff goes, round and round about that. For me, I'm freelance, and stuff airs on everything. Like I've done shows that aired on your Fox.
You sent me pictures of stuff, for stuff that's on TV in my neck of the woods.
Yeah, like over the air, like Channel 11. I think with the Fox is 5 there. Is that right?
Yes. And I think Fox is the only affiliate that, it's like WABC, WNBC, where it's not WFOX, it's WNYW here. Here's the call sign.
Yeah.
WFOX is the Jacksonville, Florida affiliate, I believe.
And being in Chicago area there, Nate, I think the ABC's there on channel 5 or 9, not 9, because that was WGN. Maybe it is on channel 7. Can't remember now.
I thought the ABC was on 7 in Chicago.
Oh, I'm spacing here now. But it's really cool that, when I started, I'm like, oh, you think it's 7?
ABC in Chicago is 7. So just like New York. And I guess like LA it's 7 also.
Yep. And then when I had DirecTV, and I'm going to get on radio here in a second. I'm still geeking out. They had the East Coast feeds and the West Coast feeds. Channel 5, that was the one that was different. Okay.
What's 5 in LA? Is that Fox?
It's CW, I guess. Is that okay. Still a thing? It's KTLA. Do you ever heard of that?
I've heard of KTLA. So
they do the Rose. They're the main Rose Parade. If you guys watch the Rose Parade,
same as because 5 here is Fox, 11 is WPIX.
Our Fox is channel 11 here.
Huh.
What was I gonna say? Oh, I'm spacing here. I was gonna bring up something. I'm spacing here.
Well, we're talking about radio,
so I had DirecTV. Fox is on 32. And they had this thing where DirecTV said, if you can get a waiver from the TV station, you can get the East Coast feed. They had it for like 3 years. I'm like, So I made some contacts to different TV stations here, the LA owned and op stations. And they were like totally cool about it. They sent it to their chief engineer, and then they sent it to their GM. I got it all written off and piped it over to DirecTV, so I had all the East Coast feeds.
Well, that's if you were a TV like let's say like the late night shows, like the Lenos or the Lettermans.
That was great, yeah.
Because you can watch that in prime time as you're eating dinner.
My old roommate Rick used to love that. He was like, "Oh, I can watch the NBC affiliate right now at like 8:35, and get all my late night stuff," because he's a morning riser. So it worked out perfect. I liked it. It's still pretty cool. I know I texted you just a couple months ago that I was working something that I was working on aired on your channel WPIX.
Yeah. It was that same weekend where you did cable stuff too. But you know, a couple of years ago, actually, last time I was out in California, which is probably 2018, 2017, I had a jailbroken iPhone, and a lot of the networks would do GPS lock and stuff. You know, you could stream like the local affiliate and based upon GPS. So if I spoofed my GPS back in New York, it would let me watch, WNBC, WCBS, all that stuff. You know, didn't care.
Now you can't, huh?
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. So,
just the whole like over the air stuff was like really enticed me to get in the radio and kind of do my own thing. And now with the streaming, I just hate having a camera on me.
With your day job, you can't show like a little more of the production side of it, unfortunately, you know?
After I did that email or that video with the IFB, I probably got 200 emails, like show more.
Yeah.
And I can't. I would love to do some behind the scenes things as far as like showing the setup, but there's so much hurdles to cross over. You got the leagues, you got the stadiums, you got the coworkers. It's just oh my God, that would be so cool. I thought about, I probably shouldn't say, but I thought about trying to do some promotional stuff to bring in some good talent into our business. 'Cause sometimes it's not the best. Hate your camera on. I hate having the camera on me. I don't have it anymore, but I used to have a note that said, "Don't pick your nose." Because at first I was picking my nose just out of not boredom, but just natural, I've gotten better about it, but I have this, and I think that Sam said something yesterday. I have this light on me that you could probably see the reflection of it here, right in my
Greg, as long as
face here.
I think as long as you don't have like a nasal, like a cold or allergies or something, that's when it really bothers me.
I have a prescription nasal spray, so it's not so bad. So I absolutely hate it. There's a Rob in Riverside. When I was first starting out, it's like, you got to get a camera. I'm like, okay. Now you got to get a light. So I had my cell phone light like facing me when I was on till it died when I first did it. So, and then you can tone down that light. Is it too bright? As I'm looking at I'll just drop it at one beat there. Getting a little bit of a shadow in my head. I had a video guy. I've done lighting in my past. I'm not a big lighting guy, but you got a key light and you got a side light, so you don't see shadows across my head.
I did stage lighting in high school. That doesn't.
So if you notice, if I just had this light on me here, my bill of my hat would create a shadow, but I got a side light that's aiming in on the side, so you don't get that's how you don't get shadows. And the way you don't really see the reflection actually on my glasses here, you aim the light at a 5 degree off angle from your face. It's just a little trick. A lot of people get it and face it right at them, and all you see is a ring and their face is blown out. So, let me see here. That's a good temperature. I can't tune my light down. Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, dude, it's hard to get all that stuff correctly. And now this microphone's like, I could feel it like radiating off my face.
Boink. No.
The what?
Boink. I don't know. Hitting you in the head. Never mind.
And by the way, this microphone has a very big metallic sound to it.
Wait, Colin. It's not instead of, it's and there. And picking his nose and getting a call sign wrong. It's both.
I'll do both. In fact, that came up on, I was watching Hayden's live stream. They're talking about CW and all this stuff. And I'm like, I can't even get like call signs right in English, my own language, let alone CW. I'm not even going to attempt it. I know Joe was trying to talk me. I think he was trying to talk me into it, but I'm like, there's no way. I can't even I mean, you're not doing full conversations, but just getting the letters out. I'll be like, what? Was that an E or an F? He's like, oh. All right, let's get to some radio here. Let's see how this is doing. It doesn't look too good tonight. And this is the other reason why the portion of the audio stuff I want to bring in is having the camera on this stuff so you can see what I'm doing. There's a lot of stuff going on. I'm always bringing down this fader. I'm adjusting this to the levels. Got an IFB right here, so if one of the folks in the Sono bus wants to move over to another, I have to make a video. I have all the audio routing because I can't do it live. Let's see what's going on here. I have no interest in CW. I had a hard enough time understanding people. Hey, you know what, Nick?
Hold on, time out.
Bless
Nick,
you.
Wait, time out, Greg.
Yes.
When he says
All right.
next to him, is he referring to me?
Is he next to you right now?
He was next to me twice last week.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. You know what? And Nick, in all seriousness, I agree with you 100%. My mind is going so fast.
Nothing heard. I got to get to bed early tonight. I got a 7:30 doctor's appointment in the morning to get.
I got to be at the DMV tomorrow at 7 a.m. too, pal.
I got a gout appointment at 7 in the morning.
Hayden got the differences in your tech and foundation wrong. Huge differences in your having power. Yeah, we have full power no matter what.
No.
We have 1,500 watts, right?
Some licenses don't because only allowed certain power on certain bands.
The current licenses, though, right? But the licenses, the bands are all the same. So if you have an extra, you can't go use that much, right?
What are you asking? What was the question? I missed that.
Hayden had got the differences wrong in your tech and our foundations wrong. Sorry, I read that wrong. Huge differences yours having power and hardly any bands. We have all the power and a lot more bands.
For most cases, for us, the power is the frequency. The power is the same as the frequencies you can use that are different.
Yeah.
Except for a technician where you're limited to 200 watts of HF.
Yeah, well, general versus general and extra. So, yeah, well, on the 40 and 15, I think it's 40 and 15, well, 80, 40, and 15, where techs can do more. So they're limited to
200.
Whatever.
And on 10 meters.
I don't know about, techs, yeah.
Have a good one. Kilowatt Biker 5, William Biker 730.
So Sam limited to 200 meters, 200 watts.
200 meters? Oh, this guy dropped out.
I may be tired. What do you want me to tell you?
I feel you. I only slept like 5 hours last night. But I was in bed like 9 hours.
Whose fault is that?
And mine.
All right, let me let you play radio.
I didn't realize the techs were limited on 200 watts. On 10 meters.
On what? On
10 meters.
And 1540, 80.
But that's only the digital side, or the CW side, right?
CW side, but you don't have to worry about that anymore, Greg.
Sam does, so I'm just, poor guy,
I don't think Sam has to worry about CW. I don't think he's learning it.
Oh yeah, when we had the bridge here, we had to take him up and get him over to get his passport stamped. And they liked it. I guess we spoiled it because they came back a few years later from the second trip over. Well, hey, they must have had a good time. K6EGG OID from K05B. I used to have to work in Rochester, New York quite often.
I'm sorry.
And I made a couple of trips up to Toronto just to do it because it was a nice place. And
Toronto.
That was the only time I ever actually spent any time.
Someone's doing some CW here in the background.
Oh, yeah, Roger on that. I got somebody doing Morse code, and I'm getting another message from... yeah.
Sam, we have a message for you.
They're asking me if I heard him. I got a buddy in...
Sam?
On Morse code.
We have a message for you.
Anyway, I'm forgive
Yeah,
me for multitasking, but... yeah, it sounds like you had a great time. You were here for 6 weeks. What were you doing?
Sam, what?
We were working in Ann Arbor.
You don't no answer?
Retrieving some scientific equipment.
Is your internet
What?
going bad?
I said I was going to try. I'm trying.
Trying? All right. We can help. All of us. At once. Yelling at you. No, not that one.
Right?
I think the most nerve-wracking thing is having like 4 people watching you.
Oh, yeah, but you know when you're...
Yeah.
Well, you had to do it on 2 cameras, Greg. Not anymore.
Well, that's true, except that we had to...
Oh, is that right? It's just one camera.
Yeah. Some teams still want 2, but there's no requirement to make it. There has to be 2.
when you want to make sure you...
Okay.
The VEC we used for Greg at the time mandated 2 cameras, but I've gotten written confirmation.
I still don't get that.
Say again, Greg?
I still don't get that. I
They're
mean,
concerned. They're concerned that you're looking at,
well, but that goes back to what I said before. I mean, if you're going to do that, be part of that, the test is like part of the hobby. You know what I mean? It's like, why are you going to cheat? Are you going to cheat yourself? I don't know.
Yeah, I get you.
You know what I mean? That's just my personal opinion. Obviously,
And also,
people
a lot of the rules were put in for COVID, and they've realized, oh, yeah, we don't need all this stuff. So,
do I still have to be?
something.
Do I still have to be in my restroom?
That's really up to you.
Can I be going number 2? Doing it?
Well, I don't think you're going to be violating Part 97. I think you might upset some VEs.
I wouldn't mind if someone. I would think that's.
I can name one VE from your session that would probably be upset.
Really?
And we'll get a laugh out of it.
Well, I'm trying to get my boy Dakota to take his test at the same spot I did. So we have 2 people that took their general test in the same spot.
Are you going to be reaching out to me if that happens?
He's a very busy individual.
So
it might be
Are you
hard.
going to be doing it? Give me a warning and say, when I say don't do it on a Saturday night, you're going to make me do it on a Saturday night?
Yeah.
All right, go back to radio before we lose people.
I know I'm too low.
We was just starting to get into HF then, and then the fire came through and wiped me out completely, and I had to restart, and I started.
Hey, Greg, before I go back, is there a way to get me so I can remotely operate your radio?
Which one?
That one? 7610?
No, I don't have that set up. I mean, I kind of do.
I was going to say, so then I could go operate your radio remotely. You know, with my privileges. Something to think about in the future.
As the part for like using it, I don't mind. I just don't have it like. It'd be easier for you to use my 9700.
Yeah, but what fun? Even Sam can do that. So what fun is that?
The thing is with the 7610, it throws all my settings off. Like it doesn't save like the in and out audio, and it changes all the audio settings, like the level settings. So I don't even do it.
Yeah, Roger. But anyway, hopefully he can hear me talking to you.
It's gonna be one of those nights I don't make an HF contact because there ain't. Dude. No, that's 3.
Just like last night.
Hey, Larry, you have a copy? Hey, yeah, this is W7KLG. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, it's pretty quiet on my end here, and we're probably shooting over each other right now. If I didn't check 80 meters. 80, we might get a little.
I've never made a voice contact at 80 meters.
Ground plane going back to each other there. Over. I don't have an 80 meter antenna, and I could probably tune for it, but my tuner's not hooked up right now. I got more of a kind of a 40 meter antenna right now. lost you in the noise there, Larry. Try that one more time, W7ALT.
W7ALT.
Yeah, Big Jim, I was just saying, my antenna's a 40
Big Jim.
meters, so
Oh, I've talked to him before.
I don't have my tuner hooked up to go to 80 right now.
I think I made a contact with him. I remember looking at this profile before.
Yeah,
I can do 40 meters. Do you want to find a frequency?
Yeah, Roger. Let me tune mine out to 40, and I'll shoot you a text here.
I guess not.
Make the contact on 40. Roger,
Don't go
Roger.
anywhere, guys.
Okay,
I'm gonna make a
we'll check
contact with you guys.
W7ALT clear. W7KLZ.
Are those bathroom contacts for the acoustics? You can save your. I have, but here's the thing. So I have to go back and redo all the settings. Like go into that mode and then change the settings back. So I prefer not to do that, even for myself. And I kind of rather just be here.
Wait, Greg, what? You have to change settings.
So when I go on SDR control, for some reason the radio gets stupid and it wipes out all my audio settings. So my AS.
You should save a preset.
Well, I have a preset on my desk there, or like a backup setting. I guess I can use that, but I don't want to keep going back and forth. Because every time it does something different. Like another time it will like change all my display settings. So it's something wonky with SDR control. I haven't figured out what it was. Yeah, I just prefer not to do it. In fact, I could take this with me and plug it in my radio, or pardon me, my computer, and use it that way.
Hey, Greg, I'm gonna BRB in a couple minutes.
Okay.
I'll be watching. I gotta take care of something real quick.
Alrighty. I don't have that issue with the flex. Can you send me a flex? I'll take it if you send me one.
Hey, Greg, if you get a flex, do you want to send me your Icom?
If someone sends me a free flex, I will send you an Icom, Seth.
Free Icom.
Free. A brand new flex with a tuner.
This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf is the frequency in use.
I need some graphic for that.
This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf is the frequency in use. All right, this is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf calling CQ from Southern California in the city of Chino, 40 miles east of downtown Los Angeles.
That's an EQ setting on my my audio mixer here. Wonder if 300 is the issue? Is in use? Should I go on there?
Do it. Let's see what shenanigans you can get into. You want to just monitor it? Let's see.
I did it a couple times. I didn't have very good reports. Also, I
call a YL net on 300.
I was gonna say I think it's even Sam could transmit there. It's 7.2. I kid, don't do that.
No.
This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf called CQ from Southern California in the city of Chino, 40 miles east of Los Angeles, California. Once again, this is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf.
I wonder if I'm even making it into the SDR there. I doubt it. It's going to be one of those nights.
CQ CQ from Southern California in the city of Chino, 40 miles east of Los Angeles, California. Once again, this is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Thomas, did you stick around? Any copy of Whiskey Alpha 5, Charlie Alpha Tango?
Hey, is that the same guy? That was the same guy. The other guy was a 7.
Roger, Thomas. My call sign is a Whiskey Alpha 5, Charlie Alpha Tango. I'm in New Mexico, and I've got you 33, 33, triplet, 33.
Whiskey Alpha 5, what?
Repeat that back to me and then send me a signal report, Roger.
Repeat that back to me now. You do it now. I think you're correct. I know you're correct. I think we get hit tomorrow morning again, too. Whiskey Alpha 5.
Roger, how copy me?
Tell me now. I want to know my signal report. I want to hear my callers back.
Okay, copy the 5-9, Thomas. And again, my call sign is Whiskey Alpha 5, Charlie Alpha Tango. Roger?
WA5 Cat.
Roger, Roger. Hey, Thomas, if you got a pencil and paper, write down my Ole Miss number as well. It's 11055. Copy?
The heck is that? I'd love to make the contact with this guy.
Yeah, Roger, Roger. What you stumbled across is the Ole Miss net. We worked on states and worked on net. We exchanged signal reports. We want to get you one more of those numbers in case you ever decide to join Ole Miss. Roger? Okay, so just say your call sign and say the word's up for grabs. It's kind of like calling CQ, and you'll get some people come back to you and just pick one out to have a call with.
Is this the Ole Miss net? I didn't think it was.
Hold on, let me ask.
Oh, wrong.
59 Hotel Oscar, this is N784. I have no 4 and 4. 4 and 4. Magnum 44, over.
Are they talking about guns now?
Say, I might know the net control for the Ole Miss net right now. I gotta see what frequency is at.
I can make you go over the air if you want.
That's all right.
Sure.
At the moment,
I had a Hamstick make a contact on 520 one time.
it's all right. Hold on.
Hey, John, give me your Ole Miss number.
My Ole Miss number is
9er.
003.
It is the Ole Miss net?
All right, Thomas, that's got you 2 numbers there if you ever decide you want to join up. With the Ole Miss, you don't have to join to check into our nets, but if you want to work for hard, you need those 2 numbers and a $10 bill. Our website is
$10 bill?
Sierra.net. Again, Oscar Mike India, Sierra.
That's unfortunate.
Roger?
So I have to be a part of this to make the contact?
With you, Thomas, and go to our next
You can make
station.
the contact, but if you want to join the award, you have to pay.
What's that?
If you want to join and get the awards, you have to pay. So,
Are they real awards or are they fake awards?
I'm looking at the. I just realized something. We're not. If you go to 80 meters, I know the guy, the Ole Miss coordinator for 80 meters.
I'm not old enough to go on 80 meters.
Well, the guy that's the coordinator for 80 meters is between you and I in his age.
Okay.
And if you need, I'll get him. I'll call him. I'll call his cell phone.
I'm not going to be able to get on 80 tonight. Not with the antenna I have.
All right, we'll mark them green and move on. 110, November 6th, Charlie India Tango. Clarence, you're up to your call.
I never heard about this. I mean, I heard about it.
I'd like to try.
Is this like the WAS, W Worked All States net?
Hotel Mike Kilo. Mark, you copy November 6th, Charlie India Tango.
Oh, no, not necessarily.
It's a joke, Nate. Because usually a lot of guys talk about their ailments on there and they're old. Well, most of the people on HF are old. Most of the people on ham radio are older than us. No offense to anybody, but. And thank you for the message there.
Okay, no joy there. I'd like to try line 103, Whiskey Alpha Zero, Kilo Bravo Romeo. Derek, do you copy November 6 Charlie India Tango?
I gotta take a phone call real quick.
I copy the 5-5. I will give you a 4-4, 44 Magnum, 4-4. Okay, I believe that was a good contact, and so I'll break with you and go back to net. All right, Clarence, we got you back to net. We're moving on to the last call list. First up, we've got Whiskey Echo 4, Bravo Alpha Delta. Mike, you're up to your last call.
Waiting for what?
We 4 bad, K7KKR. Mike, I've got you at a 5757, over. I copy the 5-8, copy 5-8. Good timing, that's the best I've ever heard you, Mike. Got it, thanks.
All right, Mike, got you back to net with a good call. Whiskey 5 Delta Uniform Golf, what's the last call?
That guy was coming in clear there. Sorry, I had to take care of some stuff. 7208 has some.
I'll go up to like S9 on my noise level on 80 meters.
Isn't 208 the one with all the bad words and stuff? But I don't know how to speak Spanish.
That's my bid, and now it feels and looks like a backyard, and the plants are all coming in. And yeah, there's still, you know, more little bits. Oh, and I haven't really put anything out. We're getting fruit like crazy now. Peaches and apricots. The trees just blew up, and it's only the second year.
The trees blew up?
Kilo, Juliet, Quebec.
So that's...
That's right, man. That's super cool.
200 is the frequency I avoid. The rest are radios. All right, this is giving me a headache. I just realized something. I don't know if you guys knew this. You guys probably did because you're smarter than me. If I hit the 20 meter button, well, it's 14 meters, 14 megahertz. If I hit it once, it goes to FT8 area. If I hit it again, it goes to where I want to do voice. Interesting. I never knew that until just like right now.
Look at you.
Is that a thing? Somebody smarter than me, like Scott, probably knows that.
No trouble at all. You're thinking about 5 and 8 season, so down to 58. Audio-wise is very Roger. Roger, thank you for the 5-8 report, Bill, and we're running a 287 Delta.
Is that the same guy in New Zealand?
Wonderful QSO, Bill. Good DXC to you. Nice to always hit your part of the world, especially, well, it doesn't matter what time of day, but it's always a pleasure to hit Pacific and ZLCK and all that. But I think that's probably the furthest distance here from western Pennsylvania. 1LU, 73, good afternoon, K3, man. X-ray. Okay, Okay, that's very fine. You're up to 5 and 9 next time, Vince. So signal's a little bit of fluctuation, but hey, it's doing what it's supposed to do. And especially being a G5RV, yep, it's working. Absolutely. Take care, Vince. You keep safe, keep well. Hopefully we can do it again in the not too distant future. Kilowatt 3, that's the radio intro. ZL1LU all clear. 03, Vince. Bye-bye, Bill. Cheers.
ZL1.
Kilo Papa 4 Papa Kilo November Yankee.
Was it ZL1? What? Somebody's having some fun here. I don't like that. I'm trying to hear this guy.
Roger, very good evening. Echo 5 London Alpha 2, Papa Charlie, from ZL1LU returning. Yeah, 100%. Quite surprised. Appreciate coming back to the call.
I think I made contact with this guy.
We're in the North Island of New Zealand. Can I have your name, Roger?
It's very familiar. Or I tried. Let's see.
Roger, yeah, okay, I have got that. It's Echo Alpha 5 / Lima Alpha 2, Papa Charlie, Roger.
Nope. They're down by you there. They're like Canadians. Kind of like to you, like they are to like Canada's to me, right? Is that did I explain that right?
QSO, all very fine. Indeed, 5 and 8 with me, 58. So the remote station doing and sounding very, very good this way, Roger.
Somebody's coming in clear here. I have a little bit of advantage of being on the coast here. No, who's this?
Okay, all that very fine indeed. Appreciate coming back to the call. You have a very good morning. It's what is quarter to four Monday afternoon. It's going to be a miserable evening. Can't be much on the weather, that's for sure. All right, I appreciate the call. Take care, my friend. Keep well. Echo Alpha 5 / London Alpha 2, Papa Charlie, ZL1LU all clear. Cheers, Ola. Kilo 7 Bravo November Yankee.
Kilo 6 Echo Golf.
Kilo Charlie 3 Foxtrot November Golf.
K7BNY. Charlie 3 Foxtrot, question mark. Very good, sir. Thanks for coming back to the call. The name this way is Bill, Boston, India.
So 426.
Roger, Bill. Yeah, you're booming here. You're about 10
Where is
to
it?
15 over.
275. I'm not gonna be able to work that pile up.
Thank you very much for last contact. You received at least 5 minutes on this later, 59, namely Valery in Moscow. How do you copy that? Hello?
Very good, Valerie. 5 and 9 plus over here on the
I've worked this guy, I think, before.
Washington State side.
Russia, yes. Valerie.
This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf. Is the frequency in use?
Maybe I'll throw out some more CQ here. Someone sees me on the scope somewhere.
This is Kilo Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf is the frequency in use. Okay, this is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf calling CQ from Southern California in the city of Chino, 40 miles east of Los Angeles, California. Once again, this is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf. This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf calling CQ from Southern California in the city of Chino, 40 miles east of Los Angeles, California. Once again, Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf. Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf calling CQ from Southern California in the city of Chino, 40 miles east of Los Angeles, California. Once again, this is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf.
I hear people.
Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf. This is Kilo 6 Kilo Romeo Golf.
Kilo 6. Let me see if I got this right.
Kilo 6 Romeo Golf, is that correct?
Kilo 6 Kilo Romeo Golf, QSL.
QSL, Kilo 6 Kilo Romeo Golf, is that correct?
Roger, roger.
Copy, you're a very strong 5x9 here into Southern California.
You are also coming in nice and clear tonight into India Delta, Northern Idaho.
Beautiful, yeah. Not too many people on the band. They're just trying to get the DX, and I can hear people trying to call the DX. So I figure I'll call some CQ and see if people call back to me. So I appreciate you calling me back there, my friend.
Sure thing. The name here is Daryl, Delta Alpha Romeo Yankee Lima, QSL.
Copy that. The first name here is Greg, Golf Romeo Echo Golf Golf. You got a nice setup there in Idaho. Are you running the 7300 there?
Roger, roger. I know your area. I come from San Bernardino originally, though that's been many years ago with a lot of other places in between. But when you called out, I recognized the town. I thought I'd give you a cordial call. Roger.
I'm sorry about San Bernardino. I'm just kidding, of course. Yeah, you said very few people know where Chino is at, so I'm glad you remember the local city here. What part of San Bernardino were you from?
It was actually all over San Bernardino. I grew up on the west side and then over to Highland in the east. I know Chino because my family comes from there. I know Chino long before there was Chino Hills, so my family settled in Chino probably the early 1920s. So my father's father was a farmer. Where Montclair Plaza is now was where my grandfather's farm was, and so I'm deeply rooted in your area. Okay?
Copy that. Good to hear that. I love to hear some history of my area, my home area. I was born in Long Beach and moved to Ontario when I was one in 1976. And then I lived a couple of places, and then I settled in Chino. I like the area. Just to let you know, almost all the cows are gone. Just about all the cows are gone. I'm about 2 miles north of the Chino airport. Still love it. Still small town USA, I feel, but slowly adding houses and industrial area in between the cow pastures and the dairies here locally. Kind of sad.
Tell me your call sign again.
Kilo 6 Echo Germany. First name here is Greg.
I wanted to make sure because I'm going to make sure I log you, Greg. But going back, my call sign is obviously a California call sign. The reason why I have that, Kilo 6 Kilo Romeo Golf was my He's my cousin, but actually my uncle. His name is Willard Galbraith. I want you to write Willard Galbraith down. It's supposed to say Gall and then breath. And if you research that, you'll find out that Galbraith, his uncle was one of the pioneers of where you live up Chino. So look that up. They're deeply rooted, and you'll find some of the geography of it. But Kilo 6 Kilo Romeo Golf was my uncle Willard's call sign. And then I applied for it after I became a general, I guess it was, or maybe when I got my extra. In any case, that's the significance of it. But my call sign has a long, storied past. It was fun looking it all up, but especially it's important to me because of my uncle Willard. Over.
Copy that. I know you're in a better place in Idaho. I know because California's changed a lot. There's no more vineyards or anything up north of the Highway 10 in the Rancho Cucamonga area. It's all built up now. And any thoughts of coming back?
No, no, Greg. I still have a sister who lives out in Panning. She's the only one left. My brother moved there to the northwest, as did I many years ago by way of Texas and Colorado. But I like it here, and this is where I'm going to stay. And I have very fond memories of Chino and San Bernardino and growing up here. My family's all from Pomona. My dad is a second generation Pomonan, and so lovely memories, and that's how I'll keep it. I know a lot's changed, and I wouldn't want to come back. But I'm glad to hear that you enjoy it as much as you do.
Yeah, when I moved from Ontario to Chino, Chino was like Ontario was back in the 80s when I grew up. Very small, not that many houses, still a lot of stop signs. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Because it pretty much didn't change up until about 10, 15 years ago. Now with all the expansion in the area, it's really bad traffic on the 60 and the 10, and you can't get anywhere fast. It's quicker for me to get down to Anaheim Stadium than it is to get up to Rancho Cucamonga, just on the other side of Ontario Airport. So good move there. But I've checked out that there's a Chino history museum. I wouldn't call it a museum, but they have a lot of history of Chino and the first dairy farmers in the area that settled here, I believe, in the early 1900s, which you talked about. So also what they talked about, I saw something on the base, which is now Chino Airport. It was an Air Force base there originally, an annex, I think it's called. Like I forget, I don't remember the terminology. I remember seeing, but I appreciate the contact there, Daryl, and I'll have to do some more do some more history here on the city of Chino. I'm a big fan. I might have to move here pretty soon. Not soon, but probably sooner than I would like. I wanted to stay here all my life, but for obvious reasons, I'm not going to get into on the air. It's a little too much for me.
Well, I wish you all the best. You know, wherever you land, make the most of it. That's for sure. I hope you keep it up as a ham. So I'm going to back out. I just popped in here to say goodnight to my radio. I'm going to go back in the house and watch TV with my wife. So all the best. It was a nice conversation with you, Greg. Appreciate it. Take care. 73.
Take care, Terrell. Definitely put you in the logbook tonight. I appreciate the contact, and hope we can chat again. This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf 73. Anybody else there on frequency? This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf from Southern California, calling CQ on 20 meters.
Oh, you're loud into Colorado. Good evening, Greg.
What's up there, Mr. Human SDR? How you doing?
Hey, doing good. Just got back from the county fair, and I'm uploading pictures right now. But yeah, man, you're 5'9" plus 10 right now, so amazing conditions tonight, unlike last night there. K6EGG KF0IDT.
And judging by you helping make my my QSL card, you've seen some photos of Chino there, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah. Well, I found that picture, but yeah.
Did that picture just randomly come up, or did you? I mean, literally, I can walk to it with it. It's like a block away from my house.
No, that right there would have been a good guess. But no, I searched for Chino Hills, and that was the first picture that looked Because I remember on a live stream one night you said you wanted the street looking into the mountains, and that's what the first picture I saw that had that vision of yours. So that's what I grabbed.
Very cool stuff. The only thing, like I said before, the only thing I would have changed is put a couple palm trees on there, but it's still nonetheless, that's perfect, man. I'll get a QSL card out to you eventually. I just got to figure out, been dealing all the extra time I've had been dealing with my car, which I think I've told you about. That's actually have the title is in your home state there of Colorado. So maybe I'll ship it to you and have you take care of it for me.
Yeah, I don't know if that'll work too well. You know, it's funny because back in the early 2000s, I got pulled over by the state trooper, and he ran my plates, and he come walking up to the window and said that my title had been surrendered to the state of Nevada, and we both looked at each other kind of weird. We never heard of that before, so I know it happens. It's weird, and it's a pain in the you-know-what to try to fix there for sure.
Hey, since it's happened to you, what did you do to rectify it?
I got a lawyer.
Did that cost a lot of money?
Yeah, it did. I ended up, I shouldn't say a lot of money. Back then it was a lot of money. It was like $1,800 for the lawyer. But yeah, they finally, it was a big thing. And it all come down. I couldn't even get my driver's license renewed because of it until it was all settled and finished. It was weird how it happened. It was just it was a push of a button. They kind of figured out how it happened. It was a clerical error, and the lady put an extra zero at the end of the number, and that's how it happened.
Question for you. I actually have a couple, because now that it sounds like I know it happens, how long did it take to get fixed?
When I tried to do it myself, and I kept going to the DMV, and I would go, I actually drove to Denver to the main DMV office, and I was not getting anything. That was a couple months doing that, and then we ended up getting a lawyer, and it was about 3 days after the lawyer got called.
Copy that. I think I'm just going to go that direction. So was it the bank that held your lien?
No, we still don't know exactly what happened. The car was paid off. It was just when I got pulled over, the plates, the registration, and the VIN number all came back to being surrendered over to the state of Nevada.
I hope the police officer was cool and didn't give you a ticket about it, because I'm driving dirty, so to speak, right now.
Yeah, no, he was really cool. He never heard of it before. He figured it was something clerical error or something. I did end up getting a speeding ticket that I deserved to get pulled over for. But no, the license and the VIN number, all that stuff, he just kind of shook his head and went, I'm sure you'll figure it out. And yeah, it was about 3 months later we finally figured it out.
Well, first off, I'm glad you were able to figure out. I'm very upset that I figured that I'd probably have to get something a civil case involved, or somebody that knows a little more about it. I have an appointment with the DMV tomorrow and the head person at the office, so hopefully they can steer me in the right direction and how to fix that, and at least get the bank on the phone with the DMV person, so the bank knows that they're in the wrong at some point, because they're the ones that changed it, at least from the computer screen that I saw at AAA yesterday.
Yeah, I bet you'll start finding out that it was some clerical error at the bank or at the DMV, and it just didn't match. So I bet you're going to find that it was someone in some air conditioning office that's really screwing your life right now.
Copy that, and at least for me, I don't know. I don't think I want to discuss it too much, but I might have to go after the bank to get reimbursed for this, because I mean I can't do anything, and I can't even use my car in the express lanes right now because of it.
Yeah, I mean you can tack on lost wages. I mean they don't need to know that you didn't go to work. But yeah, you can tack on lost wages. Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff that you can tack on once you start thinking of it. But yeah, I would see if you could find at least a lawyer that will at least maybe give you some advice, if not take it and run with it. But yeah, it's some of that stuff is always smarter than you is always the best thing in my book.
Well, first off, once again, I appreciate the confidence there. It sounds like it can get fixed. I've got to be honest with you. I was thinking about just surrendering the car to them because legally, I'm not allowed to drive it, and I'm not exaggerating at all. So in my eyes, if I can't drive it, I don't think I should be paying for it. But I mean, I want to keep it. I love my car, but I'm sure you understand.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, yeah, you're paying taxes and everything on it and everything, and you still can't drive it. So I see where you're coming from, but yeah, I'm sure it's like I say, once you start digging into it and looking into it, I guarantee you it's going to be a clerical error. Someone added an extra number or an extra letter to a VIN number or something, and it's being kicked back off somewhere else. So, but I would definitely at least find a lawyer that would give you some sort of advice. If not, like I say, take it and run with it.
What type of I don't know, but at least we're making a conversation. Maybe someone will pop in here. What type of a lawyer did you reach out to? Like just a regular civil lawyer?
Well, this was she was actually my divorce lawyer. So she was already in my book. I just called her and she said, "Yeah, we'll take care of it."
Oh man, that's a great feeling to have. So I'll probably have to find a traffic lawyer or something that's used to dealing with the DMV and that sort of stuff. I'm assuming.
Yeah, I would assume. She had like 4 different types of lawyers in her office. So she was a cutthroat lawyer. Holy cow! I wish she was still in practice. That's for sure. She saved me a lot of money in my divorce.
Copy that. I hope I don't need one of those.
Yeah, just keep the antennas off the car.
Yeah, Mr. Single Eric does not understand when he was talking about it last night.
Yeah, that's definitely, if you've already been warned anyway, anyhow, stay away from it.
She definitely set her boundaries, and I absolutely respect them. That's for sure, because she respects mine.
That's there for sure. So, hey, maybe somebody's out there that wants to jump in. I've got a lot of pictures to get uploaded here and start working on before tomorrow. Our fair runs from, it started actually on July 6th, and we've been working every weekend since then. But the main part of fair started last Thursday. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Every single day we'll be taking pictures at the county fair. So I got a lot of pictures of the upload and to start going through. So, hey, good hearing from you, man. I just, like I say, just got sat down here, turned it on, heard you blasting in here, and wanted to say hello to you. You're solid 5'9" to 5'7" this whole time. So good to hear from you anyhow. K6EGG from KF0IDT. I'll let you take it off and see if anybody else wants to say hello to you.
Copy that, Dustin. I appreciate it, and I hope you had a lot of good food there. This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf calling CQ from Southern California in the city of Chino, 40 miles east of Los Angeles, California.
Well, I guess that's how that went. Well, you know what? Dustin made me feel really good right there, because I know that it's happened to somebody else that I know. And he probably knows how much of a royal pain in the ass it was. It's very frustrating. And I don't have the title, so.
Did I hear him say get a lawyer? And they'll be...
Yep.
So while you were gone, I was on 80 meters checking into the old MISNet, and I finally bit the bullet and applied for membership, because you need to make 2 contacts with old MIS members and your application, put that down in their numbers. So
on the net? Is it does the net go all? Tell me about this thing. Does the net go all the time? How does it work?
It looks like it's daily. I'm if you go to omiss.net, omiss.net. I thought you were on the 40 meter net, which is why I ended up going over there, and then was looking for my buddy who's the band coordinator.
That's why I was. Was I on 40 there? I was on 40 earlier. Yeah.
So scroll down a little bit.
Hold on. Let me get on FT8 because that's important. I got to make contacts here right in front of my computer.
I see how this goes.
Yes. I'm here for contacts. Oh, I got my filters on. Hamstick Eric's going to be yelling. There's nothing on 15. I just went to 15 so I can change all the stuff over. So don't get excited there, Mr. Colin. All right. Let me make sure I'm tuned up here. I am. And off we go. So I'm going down. Where am I going here? So it has the times.
Yeah, and then if you see the band coordinators for especially for 80 meters, he is a gentleman. He has watched your stream a couple of times, and he is good friends with your or he's in the same club as Don from Minnesota.
Excellent. I haven't seen Don for a while.
I know. I gotta actually. He just went. Well, Mike just went to sleep. Otherwise, I'd ask him where Don's been.
Funny story. I got a call. My wife wanted me to purchase.
Oh boy.
So it looks like 6 p.m. my time. Is that right? No, it'd be 4 p.m. my time, Saturday and Sundays on 40 meters. Wait a minute. Am I reading this right? No. Yeah, I am. This is UTC time, right? I'm assuming.
Yeah, I assume so. Yeah. Zulu, yeah. Is Sam still with us? Did we lose him?
I'm here.
Okay, just making sure.
All right. Oh, so they have a reflector there too.
I've never done the digital mode, so I don't know.
So, yeah, how does that work? That's like kind of.
I don't know.
I don't like use the word cheating, but that's cheating.
This is I'm going to ask the my buddy, the band coordinator, tomorrow. So
about this?
Yeah, he may know.
They had poor conditions, good night position.
Yeah, I had to be really through. I got someone. I was heard in Texas. I know that on 80 right now.
Oh, you're on 80.
I was on 80.
How long is your antenna again?
60 feet. It's the end fed.
And you can go on 80 with 60 feet?
Yeah, tuner, yeah. We tried it on yours?
Yeah, even with my external tuner, I can't do 80. Well, at least on the digital side of things.
Huh.
Maybe I should try. I don't know. I have so much noise on 80, though.
My wire was 63 feet with a 91 unknown. I could get on 80.
Well, not legally.
Well, no, it tuned on 80.
Not legally. No, I'm not looking at the orange guy.
80.
What am I looking at here? Oh, that's not what I wanted. $4010 multiband. That's what I want. 4010. So mine's 63 feet. It's resonant on 4010, 15. Sorry, 40, 20, 15, and 10.
Really?
So that means I can't do 80 at all, even with a tuner?
My cheap little Amazon one was resonant on 80.
I can do it on the Palomar, but I don't have it set up right now. Anybody know in the chat that's smarter than I am?
I don't know.
Let's turn on my tuner here. Let's go to 80. I don't even know what frequency 80 is. 3.5. Holy moly.
Well, try the
What
net.
am I transmitting?
You got an FT8?
Oh, that's why. I changed it right in the middle of a QSO. Somebody. Jesus. What was I thinking? That infit needs to be longer for 80. Let's turn on my tuner here. Okay. Oh, I got tuned up. So
love that noise.
What's that?
Love the noise.
Oh my God, yeah. That's what I was saying. I don't think I can make a contact here. So where is voice at here? I've never 38. Yeah, so I'm way up here.
Which I just unplug it and let it stop, and then I reset it and turn it on, and then I run the
I don't have any of my filtering on.
everything out into the burn pot, and then let it burn out.
Years back for warranty. Have you tried calling them? Because they'll probably give you a brand new unit.
Well, you know, and I went through that crap with them, and I spent an hour and a half on the line with them waiting.
Check. Ooh. Check. Oh. Check. 1, 2. No, I can't get tuned up on here. Even with the external antenna, I can't get tuned up on the voice portion of it.
Okay.
Man, there's some clear Germany in there. Okay, where was I at here? What was I going to do here? It's getting late here. I got to get up early and get a printout of, and then get a lawyer, which I'm not looking forward to doing.
So am I going to get a bunch of text messages with a play-by-play tomorrow of what's happening?
No, why would I do that?
That's what you usually do when weird stuff happens.
No, I don't.
Sometimes.
Do I?
Yeah. We'll be curious. Should I create a channel in the Discord, call it like the Greg's Car Saga?
You know, no, because you never post on Discord.
Well,
I'm just worried about. I'm getting an a-hole cop and tow the car, which could happen. So I'm like driving like 70, which is pretty low for California standards. Or if anybody who's driven in California, that's pretty slow. Looks like 20 is opening up a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. I'll try to be one of the first ones there. Doesn't sound like I'm going to be able to do much other than get a report, get the print out of it. Ours. So, Colin, we can't make the contact. Man, I'm still full from dinner. I cooked myself some more Italian pasta for dinner tonight.
I thought you were on a no carb kick.
I never said that.
Oh.
I do my fasting. I'm going to be fasting starting Tuesday.
Oh, jeez. Good luck.
Again?
Once a week. I'm paying for all the crap I ate when I was in Vegas for a week. I didn't do anything. Didn't work out. Didn't do anything. Redmond, Washington. Where is this at? Oh, it's not too. Yeah, I know what this is. What county is that? King? Yeah.
Work for Microsoft, huh?
Yeah. I used to do some stuff up there for Microsoft. Not anymore. All right. It's getting a little late. Andre, nice to see you in there.
I think you're about to call him Alf.
I almost said Alfred. I'm going to get out of here. It's getting a little late for me. I'll get up earlier than I normally get up. Actually be functional. Also got some personal stuff I'm dealing with. I'll tell you in a second there, Seth. So you guys take care. Sam, you already plugged the Discord. Seth, do you have anything to say?
Do I have anything to say?
I played it last night, Seth.
All right, see ya. Hello, everybody. Thanks for watching the great K6EGG live stream. But most importantly, thanks for spending a little while with me. And please, don't forget to tell your friends about the channel. Hello, everybody. Thanks for watching the great K6EGG live stream. But most importantly,